Hey everybody. Last night, along with a lot of America, we not only had our first frost, but our first freeze as well. And so we covered our GreenStalk Tower Garden in this 6 mil plastic to make sure that we kept the frost off of the tender plants that are still establishing themselves a bit. So how is everything going? Well, my first sign gives me some hope. This clearing you can see on the top is actually where there's no frost. That's not a puddle, that is clear plastic. So that tells me that we retained some heat and it rose right to the top in the center there and kept things not frosty. And I also see condensation on the side right here above the plants. So these straps are on here just enough to make sure that if the wind kicked up that the plastic didn't act as a parachute and take the whole thing away. So we'll just take these straps off and unveil. And you guys get to see how the plants have been doing because we haven't done an update since they've only been in here like a week. So let's take a look. There we are. Looks good. We got water on the tips of the leaves. That's not ice, so that's good. It looks like we got a little bit of drooping on some of these plants. A little bit of frost there. The problem with, or the difficulties at least, with what I'm trying to do here is that this is on a deck. And so unless I get that plastic tucked up under, I'm not retaining any ground heat coming from this. The only heat is whatever it's generating on its own. But I'm happy. I've got a couple days here where I have to put up with some cooler weather where we're getting down into a freeze. But generally speaking, we made it through, and I think all of these plants will bounce back just fine. You'll notice that in here we've added a few plants. I've added in a couple broccoli that we bought from the nursery. But other plants, like this arugula, are just totally taking over their area and need to be thinned back. And we've even got some areas where there's kale and, let's see here, that is kohlrabi in this spot. That we need to thin back as well, because each one of those is only really going to hold 1 or 2 small kohlrabi bulbs. But we've also got carrots are in fact coming up. We have our many different kinds of lettuces. I've got Tom Thumb lettuce that is coming up. I've also got chard that is coming up, and kale of many different varieties. I have red kale here. I don't even know how to pronounce this one, let alone read it, but it starts with a T, another kind of kale. And I've also got collards, cabbage, and another variety of collards. And we've got beets coming up as well. You can see I've got beets coming up in these pots. That's a good leaf to look at there. And all of these down here are turnip, purple top turnip. So lots of cool weather plants, and everything is growing really well inside of our GreenStalk garden. So we'll come back and try our best to make it through these couple days of frost and get another few weeks of good warm weather and allow these plants to grow up a bit more so they can be nice and strong and withstand a small frost just like they should in our climate. Thank you all so much for watching. If it's your first time being here, we put out a new video every Friday, so make sure that you subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.